If you're just joining us here on KCAL 9 News at 10, you're watching breaking news. A stolen vehicle possibly being pursued on the southbound 5 freeway right now. Last check, this driver was in Sun Valley and now moving into Burbank. This started in San Fernando Valley, in Winnetka, Northridge, Granada Hills, Arleta, and now Sun Valley. This is what you're looking at is a shot from earlier this evening as the driver was going through a lot of surface streets in the San Fernando Valley, going up to 90 miles per hour, even maybe 100 miles per hour at some point. Stu was saying that he was going 114 to 16 miles per hour. So you can imagine just how much, just how fast
almost lost control.
This guy was running,
Yeah, and as he was going 90 miles an hour on these side streets, he was making some pretty erratic turns, as you saw right there. This is video from earlier when he was on the side streets going through Granada Hills and Northridge. He was on Van Nuys at one point in time. But he actually, at one point, stopped, had his headlights off, and then kind of did a U-turn. It looks like he's in a residential area. So what's the latest? Bring us up to speed.
He got off the 5 freeway. We got onto Hollywood Way. Right as he got off Hollywood Way, he made a right turn. This looks, he's approaching a street called Armenta right now. I would say this is going to be the Burbank area, but possibly we're going to be in Sun Valley. It's right there. Westbound Armenta right now, slowing down, making another turn. But he seems to be in a neighborhood that he knows, because he's driving a little bit slower out here. It's a very residential area, but the lights are out. This is the point. And, you know, this is the first time we've seen him slow down a little bit. Continuing on out here. This is on St. Cola right now. St. Cola from Armenta, making another turn right there. But you can see the speeds slowed down. So right now the officers from LAPD are still trying to get back into position there. Didn't pop out. He didn't pop out. Underneath the freeway, right by St. Cola. St. Cola.
Yeah, it's
and Glen Oaks. I don't know what's going on there.
Is that
car backing up?
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
that car back. Oh, he jumped out. He jumped out of the car and ran, and now the car's just rolling.
Okay.
So
now we have a foot chase. Once the police get there.
Yeah, we do not have the eyes on the suspect or what they're saying.
Okay.
Oh, and another car coming out. So that's kind of interesting right there as well.
And no units there so far, huh?
No units, and LAPD's working their way into the area right now.
Yeah, and that's obviously going to be a big piece of
Still
evidence.
kind of just...
That car is just kind of rolling backwards. Let's see here. It's going to probably end up hitting something as it crosses across
it's
this
going to roll into a
crosswalk. It's going to roll into a curb.
That's
right there. There's that Honda Accord that police were pursuing up to 114 miles an hour on the 5 freeway southbound, 90 miles an hour on cross streets and side streets over in the Winnetka, Granada Hills, Northridge, Arleta area, Sun Valley, now kind of in the Burbank, Sun Valley area. It appears the driver, Susie, bailed under an overpass.
Yeah, we're not sure if the driver had company inside this car because the windows were obviously tinted and they were very dark. On the right side of the screen, what you're looking at is from earlier when this pursuit was going on surface streets, and the helicopter overhead was the only ship that was pursuing this vehicle. On the left side, you're looking at Stu's shot, and he's trying to make contact with police out there, and LAPD units are just about to arrive on scene. It looks like he's made contact. Looks like we have the suspect. We had some light on him. Yeah.
We had somebody going through in a backyard here. Now, this is in the Burbank area, so I assume that they're waiting for those units to catch up. This suspect obviously hitting the ground under the cover of that overpass to keep hidden from the police helicopter and our helicopter as well. But this appears to be in an area where he might be just going door to door to try to find something in some way to get in. That appears to be like some sort of apartment building.
And you can only imagine how frightening that is for people who are home.
That's a
It looks
woman,
like a woman walking out.
Somebody with long hair.
Yeah, and climbing over a fence, going to the house next door.
Is that the suspect,
Young girl, and she's running. That is the suspect right there. Young girl running out there. She's trying to get into. She's trying just about every door she can get to. Apparently, that's what we're hearing. Just kind of running around down there. This is the last spot. We haven't seen any moves. Wonder if she's been able to get into one of those houses out here. But definitely trying a lot of those doors. That light hasn't moved. We got that wider shot, so we would have seen her run if she would have gotten away. Right now, she was out there trying to get into any one of these houses. Right now, this is the last spot. The officers from LAPD are going to be making their way over here. We're going to keep a sharp eye right now on this house. You can see the LAPD helicopter right there. But we've watched watched her run. We watched her try to get into a couple of houses. They're an apartment building. I don't want to lose that corner, but she really was making an effort to get inside a door right there. But right now, in this area right here, there's some trees. There's probably some places where she could hide. Don't know if she made her way into that house.
Yeah, and you know, this is a suspect wearing a white shirt and shoes, jeans, long brown hair. We know that she was in that vehicle, but we don't know if she was the driver, maybe a passenger. There might be more people that bailed out because they did it under the cover of that overpass. They knew that police helicopter and our helicopter was overhead, so they at least had the frame of mind to stop, to get out of that vehicle. And now we have a foot chase, if you will, police searching this area in the Glen Oaks and Claybeck area of Sun Valley and Burbank as they continue to search for the suspect. For LAPD, CHP, Burbank Police, or Sun Valley officers find the suspects. We know that there's one in the back of a police car right now being questioned and has been detained. There's a woman that's on the loose, and police believe that there's a suspect, maybe that woman, underneath a car, and they do have a spotlight on a couple vehicles right next to a home where we last saw the woman jump into the backyard of.
Yeah, this all began when police tried to pull over this car for the cold plates, meaning that the plates do not match the car, and that could possibly, more than likely, means the car is a stolen vehicle. The LAPD had to back off its units during the early part of the chase because of the fact that the driver was driving so fast, 100 miles per hour on surface streets. We saw them making so many sharp turns, dangerous turns, weaving in and out. And it looks like the officers here are doing something outside. Maybe
that's a suspect vehicle that ran to, or just kind of drove backwards. Yeah.
All right. So it looks like they're still doing some searching out there, and I'm sure they'll start searching on the ground for this possible suspect, this woman suspect that we were looking at earlier. We hope you'll join Pat Harvey and Rick Garcia on our sister station, CBS 2 News at 11. For Jeff Vaughn and I'm Susie Sa. We'll see you later on.